The Man Who Inherited His Own Wallet, 2003, Dublin, Ireland. It began with a funeral and a puzzle no one knew existed. On a grey Dublin morning, the rain slid down church windows like slow tears as Patrick O'Connell watched the casket of his aging uncle lowered into the earth. He expected grief, shared memories, but not the strange gift waiting in the will reading that would unravel a 30-year mystery. Patrick wasn't close to Uncle Gerald. They exchanged polite greetings at Christmas dinners, a birthday card here and there, never enough to imagine the man kept anything of Patrick's. So when the solicitor slid a small, dust-rubbed box toward him and said, "This was specifically left to you," Patrick blinked, puzzled. Inside lay a cracked leather wallet, faded, thin, and instantly familiar. Patrick's breath caught. The stitching, the worn fold, the little Celtic knot stamped in the corner. He knew it. He hadn't seen it since he was a teenager, when it vanished one summer afternoon in 1973. A wallet stuffed with pocket money, a school ID, and, most painful of all, the ticket stub to the first concert he ever attended. Everyone thought he'd lost it on a bus. He'd chalked it up as careless youth, erased by time, but here it was, like a ghost returning with perfect memory. The room held its breath as Patrick opened it. Inside was his old school card, yellowed but intact, the concert ticket, soft-edged but legible, and a faded note in his uncle's handwriting. Found in the attic of the old house. Meant to return it. Never knew how. Patrick sank back, stunned. Why hadn't Gerald said anything? Why hold on to it for decades? His mother, sitting beside him, whispered, "He always blamed himself for losing your things when you stayed that summer. I suppose he kept it until the right moment." And suddenly, Patrick remembered, being 14, racing around his uncle's house, pockets loose, belongings scattered. Gerald had laughed and told him he was too young to care for important things. Maybe that guilt never quite left him. Patrick ran his thumb across the leather. The wallet was trivial in value, but priceless in memory, a time capsule of who he once was. Later that evening, he stood in the drizzle outside Gerald's old home. The windows were dark now, shutters closed, but inside, something had waited for him, quietly, for decades. He felt oddly grateful. To inherit money or property was one thing. To inherit a forgotten piece of your own life, returned by someone who hadn't known how to say "I'm sorry," was another. Sometimes the past doesn't vanish. Sometimes it waits, patiently, until we're old enough to understand it. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to help the channel grow.